everyone else knew that I was supposed to go to college. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anything about college. My parents didn't go to college. They didn't even graduate from high school. None of my older brothers and sisters went to college, and few people I'd grown up with went to college. So I never really thought about college, but all my teachers would say, Janet is college material. So I had this idea in my head that I was going to go to college, but I never really decided that I wanted to. It was just sort of my destiny. I was supposed to go to college, but it was really kind of pitiful because since I didn't know anything about college and I didn't know anyone who'd gone, I didn't even know how to apply to college. I didn't even know when to apply. Left to my own devices and my own thinking, I had selected 4 colleges that I wanted to apply to because I liked their names or I liked something really weird about them. So I had selected Lone Mountain College in California because it said Lone Mountain. And I thought, yeah, I want to be on a lone mountain. I want to get away from everyone. I had selected the University of Hawaii because it was Hawaii. I selected University of San Diego because I heard they had perfect weather all year round. So basically, I was just picking any college for any kind of reason, and it's a good thing that I actually had someone who could direct me to the right college. I majored in French literature, and I chose to major in French because I didn't really know what to major in, and I wanted to come to Paris in my junior year. I'd actually taken a lot of psychology courses, and I thought I would major in psychology. And then I said to myself, well, if I declare French as my major, they will have to take me on this program, junior year abroad in Paris, because I'm a French major. They can't say no. So my big plan was to select French as my major, spend my year in France, see like what the rest of the world was like, and return to college and major in psychology. It didn't work out that way because once I came here, I got so into French culture and the language and really liking it that when I got back to Vassar, I didn't really want to change. My family didn't have much money, so for me to go to college, I had to get scholarships. I got a combination of scholarships and student loans, and that was the same for law school and when I also went to journalism school. Best things about law school are getting admitted, because it's very difficult to get admitted, and when you do, you're very happy. And graduating, because you're very happy to leave once you've put in your 3 years. And also having a whole different way, learning a whole different way of looking at what's around you, because especially I keep going back to growing up in the projects, but growing up in the projects, I knew people who had committed crimes or who had been arrested and who'd also been crime victims. And so for me to go to law school and learn about criminal law, it was really interesting because it was something I could apply to my personal life and to see that, when you're arrested, the police have to read you certain rights and you have to have certain protections. And it just made me able to see my whole environment in a different way, from a more legal point of view. And it gives you a sense of power through that knowledge, because you know what your rights are, you know what can happen to you when you're arrested, and you know what shouldn't happen to you when you're arrested. And just going to law school, I was able to use some of those things in my personal life. When people in my family got in trouble for certain things, I could go and talk to the arresting officers and say, well, how can you base picking up my little brother as a pickpocket when the person who said he got his pocket picked is sitting there leaned over totally drunk? He's not capable of making an identification. And when you start talking to police that way, they kind of back off like, uh-oh, this is someone that we have to take seriously. So I like that about law school. It gave you more power in your life because you understand how the system works.